Hello everybody, my name is Jared Weathers, and today we have an interesting video. But first, intro. Now, listen. I understand what everyone's going to tell me. You shouldn't make this video, it makes no sense, who cares? Who cares? Let me tell you who cares. I care. Now, just so everybody knows, so we can get that out here, I am a Democrat, registered Democrat from the Great Lakes state of Michigan. Okay? Now, you've all seen the title of the video. Cartier family, I hope you watch this. I have a lot to talk to you about today. Now, you probably don't want to hear it, which I completely understand. Who wants to A, get criticized, and B, learn more? I do. I love learning more. Criticizing is just kind of a thing here on YouTube. So let's go bit by bit. Now, I just watched your video going over, well, more reacting to Jon Stewart's the problem with Jon Stewart, the problem with white people episode from his former Apple Plus TV show, the problem with Jon Stewart. So, let's talk about it. First of all, sorry, I don't have a script for this video. I have to go through it in my head. First of all, it's not black people's fault completely. Let me just put this out here. That they're in the situation they're in. I would hope you would know that, but apparently, here we are. Now, I'm not mad. Well, I'm kind of mad, but I'm more mad that you didn't really react to the video. You just kind of sat there and let them talk and didn't really discuss it. So let's discuss it. Let's discuss the information in the episode. Okay? I would say 90% of the reason why black people have less money, have less wealth, and don't own homes as much as white people is because of slavery. I know everyone hates hearing this, but we have not done anything about the original sin. I'm sorry, we haven't. We almost did, and then it got taken away pretty fucking quickly. Okay? Now listen. Again, a lot of people don't know this. I completely understand that, but we should all be on the same page when we're talking about it. Okay? Slavery was done for over 400 years. That's what the 1619 Project was all about. That was the whole thing. That's the original sin of the country. We haven't done anything about it. We did, at the end of the Civil War, we did give everybody, what was it? I'm trying to remember, 30 acres and a mule or something like that. But then almost instantly, within a couple of years, it got taken away. We had it. It was done. But unfortunately, Reconstruction didn't really help that. No, see, what actually helped it, well, it didn't help it at all, actually. The racists of the time, and still today, you cannot tell me we don't have racists today. The racists of the time thought black people weren't good enough for that. Black people weren't even citizens until, 1965, 1964? I don't remember the year of the Civil Rights Act. I don't want to look it up at the moment. Until that point, black people were not citizens. Technically, they were not citizens. Of course, in, the Constitution, it tells us, as long as you're born in America, you are an American. But without the right to vote, are you even a citizen? That's kind of the whole thing America's built on. Voting. That's why in the early 1920s, when women got the right to vote, white women, I should add, they were then considered citizens. They then considered themselves citizens. Because it's all about the right to vote. And there's one thing I take issue with. The quote from the video of the lady saying that saying that that black people, I'm not going to say we, I'm not black, that black people are encouraged to participate in democracy, but are only given conditional citizenship. I mean, it's more true than you think. I know I don't know all your names. I'm sorry, but the guy who did not like that part, it is true. If you participate in democracy, and what does it get you? I mean, it hasn't really got black people anywhere, honestly, which sucks. And now, while of course we can sit here and we can debate, a lot of it we can't debate about, and it's because the original sin. I'm going to keep bringing it up because it's the one thing we have not rectified. Everyone can say, "Oh well, just like in the clips in the video, Obama made it, LeBron James made it, all these people made it. That's great, but it's to spite the people that do not want to give them reparations. That's exactly what it is." Oh, and just so everyone knows, the statistic, if you watch the video, for everyone who maybe doesn't know about it, in the episode, The Problem with White People, Jon Stewart goes over a statistic. I think Bill O'Reilly actually goes over the statistic, but it's 72% of black mothers or black children are birthed by like single mothers or something. This is because, like everything else in capitalism, weddings and marriage, just like houses and cars and everything else, is a commodity within America. And black people are usually on the poorer side. They usually can't afford weddings. They usually can't afford to get married because you're spending your money on everything else. So, and this has been, I don't even know how many times this has been disproven. Black kids do not grow up without a father. They grow up with a father in the home, but they're just not married. Single mothers are just people who aren't married. That's the whole statistic. So 72% of kids being born to single mothers, that is a high statistic, but that's because they don't take being boyfriend and girlfriend or even being engaged into account. It's only if you're single or married. Being single doesn't mean that you're not with anybody. It means you're not married. That's the problem with that. Now, like I said, black kids are always grow up with fathers in the home. They're just not married. See that? So that statistic is high, and that's the reason why it's high for the other guy in the video. I'm sorry, I don't know you guys' names. But yeah, so listen. Again, I'm not upset, and I have noticed, I started getting you guys' reactions for music and stuff, and which is all cool and everything, but the thing is, you guys do lean a lot really towards the right, which is kind of weird to me because, I don't know if you know this, but most people that vote Republican don't want you in the country. They don't want me in the country either. I'm Hispanic. They think I'm just some guy who came here trying to take jobs. Okay, which is not true. I was born in Michigan. I lived here my entire life. I speak better English than most white people. It is what it is, dog. But listen, those people do not want you in their big tent party. I promise you that. And of course, you can take issue with that all you want. I'm sure a lot of Republicans will. They don't refute it, though. They don't refute it. But listen, not the point. Actually, it is kind of the point. You guys lean so far right, and maybe in your head you don't. But I'm going to tell you a quote from one of my favorite streamers. There are no centrists. They're just right-leaning people who are lying to you. And I'm sorry if that offends you, but that's what it is, dog. Okay? Black people, Hispanic people, especially now, Mexicans, Hispanic people, my people, are used as a scapegoat for America's problems. I'm not a huge fan of that, personally. you know? And, let's talk about this. I don't know if you guys have experienced this. This is one minority to another minority. A pretty equal share in the country. I don't know if you guys have experienced racism in your lives. If you haven't, that's great. I love that. Even where I live, people who I grew up with around here, I still have people come up to me, talk in Spanish to me. I don't know Spanish. I flunked Spanish twice. I didn't grow up around Spanish speakers a whole bunch. And I know for a fact those people are voting for former President Trump. And you can tell me whatever you want, Doug. It hurts. It hurts because I am a citizen of America. I have voted in every single election since the time I was able to. And I still get shit like that. And it is so annoying to me that people can look at me and think I like salsa, which some kind of salsa I do, or I know Spanish, or I should eat hot stuff. Yeah, maybe it's little stuff to other people, but I've had an identity crisis since I was 8. Okay? Just so everyone knows, so everyone's on the same page with me here. I've had an identity crisis since I was 8. I'm half white, half Mexican. Okay? It is very ingrained in me to not appreciate myself for those little things. Oh, well, you're not a real Mexican. You don't like jalapenos, or you don't like to eat tamales, which I do like tamales, but I don't eat the traditional food. I didn't grow up around that. But because all these stereotypes are ingrained in people's heads, that's what they expect out of me. They expect me to speak Spanish. They expect me to, own a chihuahua or whatever. It's fucking bullshit, man. It is. It's bullshit. I kind of went on a rant. I'm sorry, but when I'm around people who expect this shit out of me, people I'm sure I would have seen when I was a kid, it really does something to you. I'm not a Democrat because I'm Mexican and I have to be. I'm a Democrat because I feel like I should be able to live the life that all my other peers live. I don't know if you guys are ever going to watch this video. I don't know if anyone's going to recommend this to you. And if they do, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But listen, it's real. It's real for me. I'm sure it's real for you. Like I said, I hope you haven't experienced anything like that, because it fucks with my mind every day. I think about it every day. It's because I have to. I don't want to. I don't want to go around being like, oh man, how am I perceived in this? How am I perceived in that? I have to know this. I have to know how I'm perceived to everybody. I'm married. I walk down the street with my wife and we get looks. It's bullshit. We go to the mall. I have people following me. I have the fucking, the security following me. No one believes me. Except for my wife. She's the only other one that's seen it. And my friend, who is black and Hispanic, it happened to both of us while we were walking through the mall. It sounds fake. I completely understand. It sounds fake. It does. But it's not. It's real for me. I don't know, man. I have no idea where this video is going anymore, man. I'm so sick of shit like this happening and seeing other minorities, especially like other Mexicans, dude. Like, other Mexicans are like, oh yeah, dude, I love Trump. Why? Trump doesn't love you. He wants to put up a wall to keep people like me out. During his first or second year in office, the first time, hopefully not the second, the first time, they deported 20,000 American citizens just because they're of Hispanic descent. That's complete bullshit. I remember that. It's so stupid, but it's real. You know, he tried to ban Muslims from the country, but not from everywhere, only from the Middle East. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. And I don't know, man. I'm so sick of trying to defend myself to people who don't care. I'm sorry, this video is gonna be long. I'm so sorry, but I had to get this shit out, dude. I got, well, you're one of the good ones. Like a 2 or 3 weeks ago from me filming this video. From a lady I know. Well, you're one of the good ones. It fucks with you, man. It does. All the shit you have to go through, and it's just such bullshit, man. It really is. It is hard. It is hard. And it's hard for me. I can't imagine what other people go through. Like, just like having an identity crisis every single day of my life for the last 20 years. That's hard on me. Okay, I'm not saying... Oh God, my dogs are barking. I'm not saying... Hold on. Listen, I'm not saying I have the worst. I definitely don't. I will 100% do not. But it does suck. And I hope this gets to you. I hope you can watch it. Even if it's not especially if it's not a video. I really don't think your fans want you to watch a guy having a fucking breakdown in the middle of a fucking video because of whatever. Like, I want you guys to realize the people that you like, if you are Republicans, or even like a couple of you, you have to remember Republicans don't like you. And it's not because of you specifically. It's because of what you represent to them as a whole. If anyone has ever told you that you had to like watermelon and fried chicken, that comes from slavery. Everything comes from slavery. I don't think people really realize how deeply ingrained slavery is. There's a quote from one of Nixon's guys from his cabinet. I'm so sorry, my wife just got home. And I'm going to tell you the quote. I'll probably butcher it, but you guys can definitely look it up and check it out. But the quote is, "You can't make being blacker a hippie illegal. So what you do is you find out what drugs they use and punish them for that. They don't like you. But you know who does? I like you. For you. Like I said, I watch your guys' videos. I do. I think you guys are really... you guys have a lot of insights. And I like watching you guys react to stuff. I do. Just think about what I said. And you don't have to react to this at all on your channel. But I want you to watch the video. I want you to listen to what I have to deal with. To what I know other people have to deal with up here. It sucks. And it's all because I live in a place where most people vote for Republicans. And they hate me. And they hate you for their own thoughts of what you should be or who they think you are. But please make sure you check out Dubby.gg. Use my code on the screen below or click the link in the description. Thank you very much. And hopefully the next one isn't so politically charged. We'll see you next time, guys. Have a good day.